This was one of the best weeks of investing I've had in quite a while, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with how much money we generated, which $650, more so on the purchases that we made. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Isaiah, and in this video, we're going to recap our week. It's Friday, and we had a fantastic week. But if you're new to the channel, this is an income-generating account where we sell cash-secured puts, do covered calls, credit spreads, some debit spreads, and finally collect dividends from some high yielders or monthly payers in order to generate this consistent income. But if you haven't already, help me out. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. I want to grow. Leave a comment. Let me know below if you made any new purchases this week, because I'm going to show you some of the big ones that I made. And with that being said, let's jump right into our trade history. Always full transparency. Options. I believe options are the best way to generate income. And I'm talking about selling options because it's extremely simple and it has a low barrier for entry. What I mean by that, when you sell a cash secured put, you're getting paid to agree to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And when you sell a covered call, you are getting paid to agree to sell a stock for a predetermined price. In either situation, you are getting paid just to agree to buy something you wanted to buy or agree to sell something you already owned. It's like the best thing in the world, in my opinion, for generating income and growing accounts. But remember, guys, I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say should ever be taken as financial advice. I am just a guy on YouTube documenting my journey. So we had a ton of option contracts expire this week. That's fantastic. That means I'm going to get some more cash back into my account that was being held as collateral when I agreed to buy those items. I'll use them next week to maybe open up some more option positions. But the options I did roll this week, I collected a total of $294. I don't need to go into too much detail because I talked about them on Monday's video, but just always want to show the trade history for those that haven't seen it yet. Let's jump over to dividends. So I have a ton pending, and I will talk about those in a minute. But I want to talk first about the ones we got paid this week. Our Ultra Yielders Weekly, TSYY and COYY, $139 and $111. Great payouts incoming. ULTY, $26. And then tonight we'll get CONY for 12, MSTY for 17, and 24 for YBIT, which I sold all those positions, and I'm pretty happy about. And let's kind of go into a little bit more detail on that. But I want to give a quick shout out to the wonderful Premium Generals. This is an exclusive group where I post private content such as educational videos on how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, how to do credit spreads, debit spreads, as well as private portfolio updates and any trade I am making. This group knows right when I'm making it. A lot of the times I'm doing the video and I make the trades in there. And then finally, on top of that, you get to be in every single video. So if you want to see your name, join us, and you might learn something along the way, have some fun. And with that being said, guys, let's jump back into the video. Okay, we are back here, and my goal is to have my monthly dividend payers, the ones that only pay once a month, cover my entire living expenses, which is roughly $2,800. Last month, our first month of including them in this account, because I needed to generate income first to grow this account over the last year, increased it by over $30,000 in a year, was focused almost solely on option selling. Then I added some weekly dividend payers in there to help, and now I'm finally at the point where I can add some monthly dividend payers to allow us to generate more stable and consistent income. My monthly payers last month paid us $530. This month, we're going to be just short of $700 because I've been making consistent daily buys that are allowing me to increase that amount. That means we are a quarter of the way to our goal. That's fantastic. But let's, hit the wrong button here. Let's scroll down here and take a look. So my favorite monthly dividend payer, and I own it in multiple accounts, is PDI. My goal for this account was to get to 1,000 shares. I got there today, and that means our ex-div day, which was just a couple of days ago, Wednesday, we had 873 shares, and we're getting $192. We picked up the remaining 118 shares in order to get our 1,000 share goal total. I am ecstatic about that. That means now every month I'm going to get roughly around $220 towards my monthly goal from these guys, which is exciting. The Cornerstone funds. I want to get 3,000 shares of each of those. I currently have 1,780 and 1,685 respectively. I'm trying to make daily buys on those now, more focused than I was with the, because I wanted to get PDI to 1,000 first. I wanted to get there by the end of March 2026. We beat that timeline by quite a bit. Now, the reason we beat it by a full month and a half is I did sell some of those CONY, MSTY, and YBIT. I know I have like a quarter of a share. I forgot to sell that today. But I sold those positions because the yields were not good enough to offset how fast the stock was going down in price, and it just wasn't worth it for me. So I sold that, took that money, put it into PDI. Extremely happy about that. That, like I said, that's $220 coming our way every single month. And now the Cornerstone funds, I want to get those to 3,000 shares by the end of the year. It's going to be easier to do so. I've already added more shares of T-SPY. I had 100 shares last month for my first payout, or this month, sorry, for our first payout. So next month, I mean, I'm already at 132. Who knows how high I'll be at that point. You know, I'm trying to buy maybe one share a day. And then TDAC, maybe one share like every other day type thing. But I am just trying to kind of get the point across, guys, that consistent daily buys will make a huge difference. So in a span of 1 month to this month, that monthly dividend payer, again, I'm not counting my option income or weekly dividend payers, because last month we generated $3,500. This month I'm hoping we get over $4,000. I'm only talking about the monthly dividend payers. I increased that from $530 last month to almost $700 this month. Now, I know it's not going to increase like that every single month. It just won't, but that's okay. I'm still going to be consistent. I'm still going to add monthly payers to my portfolio. I'm going to generate weekly income with options, and I'm going to grow the account that way so that we can reach our goal of the $2,800 a month in monthly paying dividends. Again, that's not the end goal. That is just a goal. If I decided I wanted to live out of this portfolio, and I don't live out of this portfolio, but I want to be transparent, and if I want to be able to cash flow $2,800 to cover all my bills and still be generating income through options and weekly dividend payers. So I think it's pivotal to make sure I don't just get the $2,800 and then that's all. I want to make sure I'm still generating consistent income in order to generate returns and help grow this account. So with that said, guys, another fantastic week at $78,209. We did hit $79,000 this week as an all-time high. That's fantastic. We're trending in the right direction towards $100,000. But like I said, right now our focus is on asset increasement. We want to get as many shares of the positions, the ETFs, the stocks that we want to own as we can. And if you made it this far in the video, let me know in the comments below. It's weekend. It's football weekend. If you're counting Monday too, college football playoffs. Who do we have winning all of our matchups? College football, I got Indiana. And NFL, I have the Texans and I have the Rams. So those are my picks. Let me know what your thoughts are. If you're going in a different direction or if you're just going to watch for fun, let me know. And that being said, I'll see you in the next one.